All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Brissett. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team. Just outside of the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I don't think you got it, sir. Or twist. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Right there, 54, right there. 54 Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go. It's a game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. You go tight. You guys are
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 10-7. Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ready? 58. 58 for Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it's like bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And able to find Conley. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He completes it to Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Miller. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brissett. He gets it to Cooks. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got it. Find the mic. Bring it. Strong left, strong left. Guys, it's game situation.
Here's Brissett, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, Brissett. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really, the offensive line not helping him much. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st and 10, Brissett setting up the screen for Miller. Miller with first down and more. And down right around the 37. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Brissett now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. Here's Brissett. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
You must be dreaming.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 66, bullet,
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable for Thomas. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Lobo. 22, check, Lobo. 22, check, Lobo. Showing up, showing up. He's crashing.
A first down carry now for Miller. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, watch the slate.
To throw is Brissett. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports